I've been through a lot. I don't know what stress is. It's just my normal life. This is it. So maybe it's stress, maybe it's not, but I don't feel any different. But you realize that it does take a toll on your body. There's no question. It has to feel, comfortable that I'm helping myself in that regard. It's emotionally and mentally, it feels good.
I'm here with Michael Franzese. Welcome to the Longevity Club podcast.
Thanks for having me.
You liking Costa Rica so far?
So far, so good. Yeah. Like what I see, like the treatment I had this morning. Everybody's been very nice.
So we'll take a little dive in. 49 years ago, you were inducted, would you say La Cosa Nostra? Is that how you say it, or?
Cosa Nostra, yeah. It was actually on October 31st, Halloween night. So it's, this coming week coming up, and be 49 years. I had taken a plea on a big racketeering case. It was a fraud case. I was in the gasoline business, and I was basically defrauding the government out of tax on every gallon of gasoline. First night in prison, and that night I said, I'm done. They took all my money because they had went into my bank. They took all my bank accounts. They went to my house with a search warrant, took everything, drove my car away. We had 2 little babies. I said, I'm gonna lose the girl I did all of this for. I really left the life because of her. It's one of the reasons why I came down here, because after being in touch with Dan and just kind of talking to my wife and thinking about, all that we've been through between life on the street, life in prison, life in general, I said, there's probably things inside my body that I'm not even aware of. I wanted to get it checked out. And I'm very happy I did, especially after what I've seen this morning, which we can get into. Gosh. It's really eye-opening when you see the results of some of these things, really. Well, we did the plasma exchange, and then I was shown the plasma that was extracted from my body and the color of it. I looked at it and said, this was inside of me all of these years, the toxins and the inflammations, the inflammatory material that's in there. It's got to take its toll at some point in time on you. So, I was thrilled when I saw it, and the procedure was great, it was very comfortable, really no after effects for me at all. And then we got the stem cells, and that I'm really interested in. A lot of people have been talking to me about. I have a partner that we're together 40 years, and he's had stem cell replacement, I guess, or infusion.
Infusion.
Yeah. And he said, it did wonders for him. And he had specific areas that he had it done in that are really helpful. So, but when Dan called me and he said, what would you like done? My dad lived to 103 years old. And I want to pass him up, and I want a good quality of life. So I think, the future is really in regenerative medicine. If I can get a jump on it, I'm 73 years old. If I can add a few extra years to my life, quality of life, why not? I went to the doctor once, and I had a little condition, it was minor, but he said to me, this is normally caused by stress. Do you have a lot of stress? And I said, hey, doc, I spent 20 some odd years on the street. I did time in prison. I've been through a lot. I don't know what stress is. It's just my normal life. This is it. So maybe it's stress, maybe it's not, but I don't feel any different. But you realize that it does take a toll on your body. There's no question. It has to feel, comfortable that I'm helping myself in that regard. It's emotionally and mentally, it feels good. I'm fortunate. My wife, her whole lifestyle has been nutrition and working out, all that. My 3 daughters are all nutritionists and personal trainers, so they watch what they eat, and they keep me on the right track. But I was in the gym just a couple of weeks ago, and I was listening to testimony from RFK Jr. about what they're putting in our foods, and I said, my God, I've been eating this my whole life. I never really looked at labels. Now I'm looking at everything. And I'll tell you the other experience. I go to Europe. We go to Europe a couple of times a year. I eat what I want. If you're in Italy and you go on the menu, they tell you this one item is frozen. Everything else is fresh. Yeah. They tell you straight out, right? I'm telling you, eat 3 meals a day. I feel terrific. I don't gain a pound.
I lose weight, maybe if anything.
I lose weight. My wife comes and she says, I can't believe it. I lost 2 pounds. And we're not working out. We're on vacation. And then you come here and, you feel bloated, and I hardly eat anything sometimes, and I feel like I ate 2 steak dinners. So it's real. It's real. That's another thing that motivated me to come here and see, hey, when I heard the plasma exchange, I said, I want to see what's in my body. And like I said, when I saw that, I said, oh my gosh. I already showed it to 2 of my friends. I said, hey, I'm healthier than the both of you. Imagine what yours is going to look like. And they're already asking me, how do I get down there? What do I have to do? No, we got to take care of ourselves. You only got one shot at life, Tom. Look, it's like I said, quality of life is everything. If you can do some small steps to maintain a better quality of life, why would you not do it? You know, look, I'm a Christian. I believe in the Lord. Praise God, I'm going to heaven according to my faith, but I'm not in a rush. I want to stay here as long as the Lord lets me stay here. That's my feeling on it. I believe from everything I'm hearing and my conversations, in the next 10 years or so, they may figure out, you know, lifespan and be able to give us another 10, 15, 20 years. So why not take it? You know, I got 7 kids, I got 7 grandchildren, and I'm gonna get more. They're pouring them on me now, so I want to enjoy them all.
We're Italian family,
Yes.
like us, the Irish.
Yes. Irish, Italian, Mexican, we're all big families.
All known for it, yeah.
But that's what it's all about, right? Really, when you cut to the chase, that's what it's all about. Well, I got friends now. It's amazing how many guys that I'm telling them coming down here, and they're all like waiting with bated breath. You know, tell us, what do you think of the facility and so on and so forth, because they feel the same way as I do. You know, and these are all well-to-do guys, and they've had good lives, and they've earned good money, and they got good stuff going on. But I said, hey, you know, the decision is yours. You want to grab an extra few years? You got an ailment? Why not? It works. I'm excited for tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll get the stem cells. You know, I said, well, what problem do you have, Michael, that we can isolate and do? And I said, well, here's my wish. I'm not very flexible, and I have little issues with my neck, bothers me. I think it's from golf. As you cure that and give me an extra 50 yards on my golf thing, I'll be back every 3 months.
Change my handicap and I'm in.
I'm in. So that, a little bit of my back, you know, backs are so funny, Tom. You probably know this. You could be perfect. You wake up and all of a sudden you can't get out of bed. You don't know why it happened. You didn't do anything different, but it hurts. And it's debilitating in a way. Sometimes it takes me, you know, I got to jump in the shower and put hot water in, and okay, I'm straightening it out. But who wants that at all? And sometimes you could do a little twist like that, and all of a sudden you throw your back out. And I know my daughter had back surgery at a young age. She was 30 years old. She had back surgery because she exercises so much. So she may be a candidate to come down here also, yeah. And you know what I'm impressed with? The fact that your laboratory is here too. Everything is in one location, so you're not sending things out and then having them come back and being concerned about, you know, is this the quality that we want? So that was very reaffirming to me and to my wife.
Well, Michael, we're looking forward to being part of your journey and this being the start of a really cool relationship.
Well, listen, I appreciate it, and I really thank all your staff. Has been wonderful. I mean it. Very accommodating, and we feel like we're at home here. So, and I get to see this beautiful country. I haven't really explored it yet, but I'm looking forward to that. So maybe I'll be regular.
Michael, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.